When I moved, so as you know, I already knew France before, so it was not my first time in France.
Mhm.
It was okay. It was not a shocking moving, but
I think when it comes to making fun of the language, even like I can't pronounce half the things. I just stick to the English version of it.
I would say, yeah, Brazil is a really multicultural country, so there are people from all around the roots. Being Brazilian is like my character. It shapes a lot of my acting in every day. And I would say people tell me that I speak really loud and that I speak a lot, and that I would say it's an Italian thing because my mom's side of the family is all everyone is like this. Like,
Hello, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of Curry Meets Croissant. This is the podcast where we explore what life really looks like when you live abroad between cultures, countries, and identities. This is episode number 14, and we have come actually a very long way. So, today's episode is close to my heart because we are talking about something many international students struggle with, which is how to stay connected to your roots while you're creating a new life abroad. And of course, we all have that kind of phases where we try and find out or explore, different regions, different languages, different food, and it can be a lot of confusing, but also beautiful. But today's episode is something special again, because today, with me joining is someone I have had the pleasure of studying together and continuing studying together in my university in Paris. She's originally from Brazil. She has an Italian culture, probably background, and she is multilingual, and she's also navigating her life in France. So, of course, she makes this episode perfect because that brings a lot of example of how beautiful, confusing, and powerful it can be to live between cultures. And yes, who better than her can actually talk about this thing? So, further ado, whether you are adjusting to new cultures, missing home, or simply figuring out who you are in a new environment, this episode is for you. So, grab yourself a coffee, get comfy, and join me in welcoming today's guest, Julia. Hi, Julia. Welcome to Curry Meets Croissant. And I'm really glad that you made time. I know you're so busy, and today you're here in the platform, and I'm really happy. So, how are you doing today?
oh, thank you, AD. Thank you for inviting me. I'm okay. I am recovering from my marathon running,
Yes.
so I had some tired days, but I'm okay now.
Yeah, I saw that you became famous. I think you got interviewed
No,
and got professional shoots and done. Like, so cool to see
of
that.
course, no. No, no, no. It was okay.
But how was your experience? Like I knew that you went to Portugal for a marathon, and then this was the longest, I think, 4 hours in Paris. So how was that?
Yeah. So the marathon I did, it was the Paris one. It's 42.195 meters, so 42 kilometers, a lot.
God.
I managed to run in 4 hours. I did not stop for even a minute, which was really good.
Wow.
I felt really proud of myself because I got injured in the middle of the training. So I did not run properly for 1 month and a half, almost two, because I was injured and I ran injured the run. But I was feeling okay. I was not in pain or anything. So I just did it in a really good mood because I really love to run. So everything went okay. So I'm really happy about this experience.
Yeah, even I'm really happy that because you shared the tracking link and everything. So I think me and your twin from Madrid, Julia. Yes,
Yeah.
yeah, I think I saw her story, and I was tracking, but yeah, it was really nice to see like one of our friends doing this thing. It really pumped you, and I think from that day, even I started started running regularly, and of course, it's not a good thing. I like my legs are paining, but yeah, I'm really enjoying the process, slowly, steadily, but
Yeah. Yeah, you should continue that and do it slowly. It's totally normal to feel tired at the beginning or to feel pain. It's totally normal. So you just keep doing it.
yeah.
And I'm happy to inspire.
Yes, of course. I mean, we have a lot of inspiration around, and that keeps you motivated all the time. So that's really good to go.
Yeah, that's nice.
Yes. So, Julia, like, I know it's so important for you to stay connected to your roots. So, when you moved to France, like, did you feel that you were losing your connection to your roots or something like that?
When I moved, so as you know, I already knew France before, so it was not my first time in France.
Mhm.
So I was in like a known place. My sister has been living here for 12 years almost, so I have come to visit her many times and travel a little around France. And I also studied in a French school when I was a kid, so I got the chance to learn French, but still, I haven't spoke French a lot in since I was 15 until I moved. So I didn't speak French for a long time. That was a kind of tricky, but I still remember. But yeah, when I moved here, it was not a shock or anything because I already knew the place. I could get along. I think when you speak the language in the new countries, easier, even though sometimes people make fun of my accent, obviously, because I don't speak as a French native. But yeah, it was okay. It was not a shocking moving, but it was a little because it's the first time I'm living alone.
Mhm.
I used to live with my family back in Brazil, and I think that was the most wow different thing to live alone.
Yeah, I think when it comes to making fun of the language, even like I can't pronounce half the things. I just stick to the English version of it. It's so understandable.
No, totally. I think I have learned in this experience living here that it's totally fine. Like it's normal to have an accent because you're not a native person.
Yeah.
So even English, I don't speak like a American or a British person, and it's totally okay. So yeah,
No,
just get to.
but you know the language over here, so it makes it much easier for you. So I think you are in a very
Yes,
comfortable zone, I would say, that you don't struggle
yes,
with the language. But yeah.
that's true. Yes.
So you anyways come from like a very multicultural background, like when we were talking, when we were getting to know each other. So how did that shape you to see the world around you?
I would say, yeah, Brazil is a really multicultural country, so there are people from all around the roots,
Mhm.
right? I was born in Brazil, my parents too, but my grandma was Italian, and that happens to much people in Brazil. Everyone has like most of people have a Portuguese, Spanish, roots. I think that shapes our character, especially. I mean, I have, well, people tell me I have this, I don't know, easygoing way of acting. So I would say that it's a Brazilian thing, like everything's gonna be okay. You're almost all the time in a good mood,
Yeah.
but you get upset. When you get upset, you get really upset.
Yeah.
I think that being Brazilian is like my character. It shapes a lot of my acting in every day. And I would say people tell me that I speak really loud and that I speak a lot, and that I would say it's an Italian thing because my mom's side of the family is all everyone is like this, like speak loud and a lot. So yeah, I think that those roots shape my character in general.
That's very good to hear. I think, yeah, I'm learning a lot from new people because in India also you have multi cultural thing. Like we have so many states, we have so many languages. We only have like language barrier in our own country itself. But yeah.
Oh, yeah,
But yeah, I
that's a
think
big.
when it comes to being loud, even I am loud because my landlord keeps on complaining that you speak slowly. I'm like, I cannot help, sorry, it just comes out of my system.
I totally understand.
But I think it's okay. People around you, they end up adjusting, so it's fine.
Yeah, no, it's fine. Yeah.
But yeah, also like, what was your first impression to when you came to Paris? I know you have come to Paris earlier as well, but what is the difference that you see back then when you were a kid and now when you're an adult?
Well, the differences, back then, I'm not really sure. Like, I felt here as a familiar place, so I don't know if I think the first time I came to Paris, it was when I was 7 years old. I came with my mom and my sister. I don't remember a lot, obviously, because that was a long time ago. But when I see the pictures, I get to remember the places we visited and everything. Well, back then, everything felt really magical, really different, really cool, because I was a child. But the main thing, one of the things that I like the most here, and then I feel now that's it's a really important thing that you feel when you're an adult, is that I really feel safe in here. I
Mhm.
really feel safe about walking in the street at any time. Of course, not being not abusing of the time, but I it's a really safe place to walk around, and that's a really, because in Brazil that's a really bad thing. You can be walking around next to your place, and someone will pick your phone. People try to rob you easily. That happened many times with me, with my family. So that's one of the things that I value the most about living here, is the feeling to be safe, or at least safer. Of course, it's not that here is a perfect land where nothing bad happens, but it's way safer than Brazil, than São Paulo, where I used to live.
But yeah, I mean, people they say that even they have pickpockets in here, but I personally did not experience anything at all. But when you say that it's okay in here, from back where you live, I think that makes I think a lot of people believe that okay, Paris can be good as well. Or from
Yeah. No, it is. I think France in general, of course, there are places and neighborhoods that are less safe or can happen more things, but in general, here is totally fine. When first came, I was like, okay, it's 10 o'clock. I'm not gonna walk alone. And my sister said, no, it's okay.
fine.
If you see something shady, if you don't feel safe, the good thing that you can do, it's like pretend that you're talking to someone, to your father or something like this. Pretend to talk to in the phone and say, yeah, I'll be arriving, are you waiting for me in the
Yeah.
door, something like this. So at least you don't have the chance to be chased, or something like that. I was okay. We totally would not do that in Brazil, because if I take my phone out, yeah, I lost it in the
Gone.
same minute. It's gone. Yeah. So yeah, it was a different thing. I got used to it, and now it's fine. It's something that I really value.
But did it take months for you to settle in over here, like completely?
Yeah, I think yeah, not so much. Well, when I arrived, it was still. I think the thing that I took time to settle, it was the weather when it got cold,
Oh yeah.
because as you probably also know, in Brazil, I think winter can be in São Paulo at least. The coldest day on earth would be like 8 degrees. Oh my God, today is the end of life in Sao Paulo. It's 8 degrees, sometimes 6 for a few minutes in the morning, but it's not cold at all as compared here. Like here, we experienced really cold weather. At least for me, it was a little shocking. So I took a time to adjust to, okay, I have to put like 3, 4 clothes on me on the coldest days. So that took me a while. I had to buy new jackets, new cold coats to because I did not have the proper ones.
Yeah.
So I think that I took a little while to get adjusted,
How do you manage to stay connected to your Brazilian roots or your Italian heritage when you're living in France? I know it's difficult, but yeah.
Yeah. So I always try to, like, I don't, it's not that I try to stay connected, but sometimes I just feel the urge to, oh my God, I have to eat this thing that is from Brazil and I was really used to, and now I don't have it. So uh, always that, as many as time as I can, I like to go sometimes to a Brazilian restaurant around to have the proper native meal and everything. I would say I'm really, really connected to my Italian roots now because I cook pasta at least 3 or 4 times in the week. So my Italian heritage is like screaming loud. I would not eat as much pasta as I did, uh, as I am doing now back home, because it is that I would be in touch with the, how to say, to the meals that are really Brazilian, with the Brazilian things that only sell there. So yeah, I have many things that I brought. I think food is the main thing that I try to stay connected, because the other things are just normal. I really listen a lot of Brazilian songs. I would say 90% of the time I'm listening. My sister lives here, so I have the chance to always chat to her. I have 3 Brazilian friends in here, so always that we get along. It's a good time. So because we understand each other, like we are Brazilians that live abroad. That's more. So it's we have really good times, and it's a way to, sometimes I don't even feel like I'm in France. Like when I have this friend that I go to the gym with, and he's really fun. We met like in the beginning of the year, and now we always go to the gym together. When we are working out and everything, I don't even feel like we are in France, because we're talking Portuguese all the time, listening to our music, and we are in our little world like this. So, oh yeah, I would say food, and then trying to go after Brazilian things in here. I did not go to many like bars and parties or get along with groups of Brazilians or stuff like this in here yet. I would say why not, but just didn't do that yet. But yeah, I would be always trying to eat the things that warm my heart, and then I would miss it less.
Yeah, you really have to cook all of us a Brazilian meal, especially me. I think we're gonna explore everything in South Korea once we go there.
Yeah, but the challenge is the ingredients. They don't have much ingredients in here,
We carry with
I
us. I'll obviously
Yeah,
carry some spices with me. I will like who will go there searching for spices? But yes,
yeah, why not?
yes. Like, would you like, in your opinion, would you suggest people to join any clubs or any groups or any social media platforms that will help them to be in touch with their roots or, their culture or something?
Yeah, I think that really helps. Like even there's a neighbor that lives in the same building here. I got to meet him. He's Brazilian as well, and he would tell me, there, if sometimes you need, there's like a whole WhatsApp group where Brazilians are all the time getting along to Brazilian places, or not necessarily, but going to parties and stuff like this, or there's just people to talk. That's a thing. Also like activity clubs as running. I did not join, but there's a lot of social runs here that you just go along. They I think they use Facebook for that, and then you go and do an activity and get to know more people that has the same interests as you. I think that helps a lot. And also like the people that you're knowing, like my friends that live here. I had one friend that used to work with me in Brazil, and she lives here now, so we get along sometimes. I think being with people that understand you even more, not that regular friends, French friends or other foreign
Just
friends
with the
don't
language
understand.
barrier. Yeah.
Yeah, it's the thing of the language is one thing that I miss a lot, and well, I don't miss as much as my sister, for example, that she would say, "I don't speak Portuguese to anyone here." Her boyfriend is French. She works in a French company. All her friends are French, and most of it, yeah, I think all of them. And she would not speak Portuguese to anyone but us in the phone before. But now she's like, "Oh my God, yeah." There was one day when I got into her, and she was like, "Ah, I really wanted to tell someone about this situation I'm going through. Thank God I will be telling you in Portuguese now, because then I can express myself as much as I want, and I know
Very
you
true.
will be understand." Not that like her boyfriend is a really really nice person. She told her the whole story in French. He was really supportive, but to say it's not the same thing like to tell
I mean,
in our really warm way of telling, and in Portuguese, which is our main language. So yeah.
yeah, it's very much fair. I mean, if I go through some incidents, I can tell somebody in English, but
Mhm.
when you speak in your own native language, then the feeling, then you can express it so much. Then you can add in all the things and then say it, and it's a very fun thing. Like, you can feel the person's aggression coming out when they're saying that person is stupid, this person did that and that, and like it has a beautiful way of saying, like, even when we suggest somebody to watch some movies or some series, we always say that watch it in the native language, because then you can see, the feeling, you'll get connected to it. So it's just the same thing. Everything sounds good when they're being spoken out in their native language. I think, yeah.
Especially, yes, I feel the same. Yeah.
But yeah, how would you like place an opinion on this, that if somebody has to honor their cultural background and still like find new experiences, what opinion would you give on that?
To honor, I think it has to be as it has to come as something natural, I think there's people that are more patriots or more I like that has the most urge to be connected and to, I don't know, I would say it has to come as something absolutely natural. You don't have to, for I know I have to go eat this, I have to go do that because it's something that we do back there. I think it has to come natural. Yeah.
Yeah, but yeah, I think people should also be more open to new experiences when they are visiting some country or something. Like, you can always go back to your original roots, but you will never have the new same experiences again in the same country. So I think open to new experience is something that is really important.
Oh yes, that's really important. I'm even not struggling, but I'm always trying to. Okay, no, I have to do something
Yeah.
from here. Eat different things. Skip a little bit the pasta and eat something, or discover to do Frencher things and
Oh,
something like
of
this.
course, 100%. Even I do that, because I know that I can, if I'm missing home, I can cook something. It's always possible. But
Yeah.
yeah, just to experience things over here, I think that's much more important. Yeah, just to know
Yes.
what the culture is about and everything. And I think every culture is much well defined through food, that if you taste their food, you'll be like, okay, this is how they cook, this is how it tastes, this is how the taste buds work. And I think food is something that brings all the cultures together very easily. So yeah,
That's true.
that's really.
That's absolutely true. And it's really easy to find Indian food here. Even I would not be doing that a lot in Brazil. There was one restaurant that we liked, and we would order to come here
Mhm.
to in home. But here it's easy. You just well, at least for me, probably it's bad for you. I buy those how do you say, those sauces really
Yeah.
ready, and then mix with the
Mhm.
chicken and everything. I just love it. So for you, it's easy. There's a whole like the foreign food section of the market. 50% of it is Indian food or Asian food, especially.
Yeah, I mean, we all get it that back in India, but for me, if I go to some party or something and they have like some other option apart from Indian, I would definitely go with the other option. Let me try what there is. Let me try this is like. I like to experiment new food. Like when I was a kid, I never used to try new food. I used to always I'm like stuck with the things that I liked. But now I'm
Mhm.
like, it's better to try new things, even if it is disgusting. It's fine.
Oh yeah, that's a good thing. I'm really open to always try if someone. Oh, that's a really nice cultural thing. Oh yeah, I'm the first one to want to try.
But yeah, what's one mindset shift that helped you to embrace this new chapter of your life from moving alone altogether in the country?
Well, uh, I would say, well, it's something really personal about my beliefs and values and everything. I always believe that I am in the place where I'm supposed to be. So when I had the opportunity to study here, to embrace this new career opportunity, which is in sport business,
Mhm.
because as you know, I did not have this background on working with sports, just doing it a lot during my whole life, but not working. I just knew that it was the thing that I had to do. You know, when I got the opportunity, oh, there is this course and everything. I was like, I should go. I have to go because I have to. So when I arrived here, even in the beginning, it's difficult. You're moving, you're buying the things. Some days are cool as others, and lots of adult things to solve the problems with the internet, the problems with the apartment that was not proper when you get in, and everything, whatever. I always believe it's something that I have to go through. So okay, I have to learn from this. That's a new experience that it's important for me to learn, to grow, and everything. So it's something that I always keep in mind. I'm not a religious, but because I don't have a proper religion, but I read a lot about religion and I truly believe it. So it's when I'm going through something difficult or everything or anything, I would just remember that it's the way it's supposed to be, and that's it. Even like with the running, so with my running experiences and everything, I always learn something all the time. Like even when I got injured, I was like, I have to that has a meaning that it
Yeah.
was supposed to be like this so it's gonna make me stronger or whatever and I would not complain and a lot as much. I would not drown myself in complaint. Of course I would be sad and everything, but never mad. I would be sad but never mad at something because it's the way it's supposed to be. So
True.
it's a Julia philosophy of thinking, and that brings me a good feeling when days are not so good or normal days too.
Yeah, what's one thing that you are proud of your journey and that has taught you so far?
One thing that happened. Yeah, I think. Well, as we spoke a lot about the marathon, for example, I
Yes.
think it's something that I got really proud of myself because that was a moment of self believing that I had to grow in myself, even though I'm positive and do everything with joy and fun and everything. Sometimes when you see yourself in a dark place, or you just point the facts like I'm injured, I haven't run in 2 months, I feel like crap. You're just like, yeah, this is not going to go. This won't work. But then comes the thing that I have to believe in myself. I have to believe in everything. And even my sister is my coach, and she's a really reasonable person that I really trust. And she was like, I don't know if maybe you have to stop around. And it's not that you can't. It's not that you're weak or everything. She was. she was just concerned of me getting even more injured because I was not okay. So that was a moment that I had to like grow a lot of self-believing and just believe myself. And I would say I ran those 4 hours mentally, but I did not suffer. It was I ran with the joy, as I said. I said, yeah, I'm not physically okay,
Mhm.
but I am mentally
Mentally.
strong, and that makes a lot of difference in sport. Like I would say 80% is mental in sport. When you believe, you just go for it. So yeah, I was even telling friends, people that asked me, I got to be tired because I was enjoying. I was reading the signs of people in the street. I was enjoying the view. It was a beautiful day. This day it was not so warm, not cold or anything. I was enjoying. I went to places that I never been in this moment. For example, the Bois de Vincennes. I don't know if you know. It's like a really, I would not say forest, but I don't have a proper word. It's like a
Okay.
big park
Mhm.
on the other side of that I never went. It was a really cool place, and some neighborhoods that I never went to, whatever. So I was enjoying the view. The famous enjoy the view, enjoy the journey and everything. So, and I was running a really comfortable pace for me. So yeah, I was enjoying that far, and I got tired. I started to get tired by the kilometer 35. I was like, maybe my legs are kind of getting heavy. Maybe now it's getting tough. And in the 35, we were at the Bois de Boulogne, I guess, around, and there was lots of hills, ups and downs, ups and downs, ups and downs, and that kind of gets a little more difficult. But yeah, I mean, it was a really self-believing moment that I said, oh my God, I am going to do this with my mental strength and everything. And yeah, it was when I finished it, I was impressive. I was, oh my God, I'm impressed with my performance, with my self-believing, with my strength, my interior strength. So yeah, that was a really, really good moment that taught me a lot. It was
True.
like, okay, even though the reasons to tell you that won't work because this, if you believe, you can do it.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, it's all about here. And I generally feel that you are very much like mentally stronger than I am, because when it comes to running or in general, like I tend to give up after a point where my legs are like answering me that, I'm tired. Just stop. Then I'll just stop after a point. Then I'll just take a break and then I'll start again. But yeah, for 45 kilometers, you did not stop once. I think you have
45.
it's crazy. Like it shows that you have such an immense kind of what do you say? You can tell that if I'm tired, also I need to go on because this is something that you really love doing it. And yeah, that really speaks a lot about you, that you are so passionate about running. So yeah, I mean, see, it becomes such a beautiful thing in general, all in all. So yeah,
Yeah,
what is
no, that's true.
yes. So what is that one thing that you want to go back in time and say to your younger self?
I would say like everything's gonna be okay. That's something that I always tell myself now. And if I could go back, I would say, don't worry, it's gonna be okay, because I was not a really good student back in high school and everything. I would not like to study much, so I would just go through tests without studying. I would go okay on that, of course, not take A's, B's, or whatever.
Hmm,
But then at some point you can't just not study and go for tests. But
true.
and I would be really angry. I would be like feeling that I'm really stupid, that I'm not smart, that I would not go anywhere, that I would not get any kind of jobs. It's something that you think when you're not going good in school and everything.
Mhm.
So I would say it's gonna be okay. When I grew up, and no one believes me now, but I would be a really chubby child and a chubby.
Really?
Yes,
I will
everyone
not
says.
believe it too.
No, yeah, I would show you. Yes, no problem. Until I think I was of 16, I was really, really, really chubby. Me and my sister, me and my marathon runner sister, we would be really fat kids, I would say. And I would not feel confident about myself. I would not feel pretty. I would not feel beautiful. I would feel like, oh, I'll never feel okay about me. So I would go back to this moment too and would say, it's gonna be okay. You're someday you're gonna be confident. It doesn't matter about weight and everything. It's
Yeah.
more about being confident yourself, and some things help or some things not. So I would go back to this moment too and say it's gonna be okay. And yeah, I think at the moments when in my past jobs I had really bad experiences, bad managing problems and everything, I would go back like where I'm now, and I would be, Julia, you have to go through that to be in a better place. Because I think if I was not going, if I was totally happy about my past job, perfectly happy about the other things in my life that were going on during the last year, I would not be here today, which is the place that I have to be, and a place that I am really enjoying right now. So I would go back and say, it's going to be okay in all the
Right.
situation.
Everything has to turn okay in the end. Like nothing weighs
Yes.
long with time. So, any final words of wisdom that you want to share with the people who are listening today, who are like navigating lives between different cultures or in different countries?
Yeah, I think a big wrap up of everything I said. I think everyone has their own values, opinions, and things that they think, but is to enjoy the journey, enjoy everything, value every moment, every opportunity that we have, because opportunities they just they just pass really fast. We have to value everything. I have this praying that I do every night. I can't really translate it in my head now because it's in Portuguese,
It's okay.
but it's most about being thankful for everything. Like I will be thankful for everything that I have,
Mhm.
like even the most thing that people think, I would be thankful before sleeping to have a bed to be sleeping,
Mhm.
to everything that I ate in the day, to my family, for being healthy, to be where I am and everything. So it's to be thankful, to think that you are where you should be, to not take everything really serious and put too much weight in everything, and enjoy the journey and believe in yourself and believe that you are in the right path. I think that's a big one sentence of Julia's philosophy or way of thinking that guides me through.
No, but yeah, people listen to her, believe her philosophies, it actually works. I'm not even
I
joking.
guess.
Yeah, there's lots of experiences, but yes.
Yeah.
But yes, Julia, this is our episode, and you're thank you so much for making time for me for this platform and sharing your experiences. And I'm sure it's gonna help a lot of people because it has helped me because I've learned a lot from you. I know we have more one and a half years together. We have so many trips coming up together. So yeah, we're gonna have multiple times and I'll get to know you more. And yeah. But how did you feel about this whole episode? I know we generally talk about all these things very normally, but yes.
Yeah, I felt it was just a talk between friends,
Exactly.
sharing. Well, it was more about me talking. Of course, this is an interview, so I'm not asking you things that it's something that I would be doing if it was a normal conversation. But yeah, I like to share my experiences through sport, through life, and everything. I have lived a little more than some of us, so I, I'm I'm really comfortable about telling. yeah, if I can inspire in some way and give a little of I don't know, ideas and share my philosophy or things. I'm really happy because I did not invent all of this. I not came up with everything. Everything that I think that my values and come from people that I know, people
Yeah.
that tell me stuff and things that I learned by myself too. But yeah, I'm really happy to be sharing with you. It was a really nice conversation. We will be talking a lot more
Of
about this.
course.
But
We have
yeah,
so many
thank
things
you for
together
inviting.
to do.
Thank you for inviting me for this conversation and for this sharing moment.
You're always welcome, Julia. And yeah, people, if you are listening, if you think that this is gonna help you or anybody you know, and if you want to reach out to me or Julia, I'm sure you can follow Julia on Instagram. She is very like motivative person, and she motivates you through what she does in regular life. Yes, it's true. It motivated me to get out of my bed and go running. So I'm sure it's gonna motivate more people around. So yeah, and thank
I
you
really
so
happy
much.
to, I'm really happy to hear that. Thank you.
Welcome. But yes, thank you so much everybody for listening, and don't forget to like, share, subscribe. It's important.
Important.
It is.
Please.
Okay, bye people. See you next episode.